Terrible. Is this thing live? How's everyone doing today? Is my audio coming through fine? Okay, sounds good. Darthon, Mia, Kat, Kyle, Ruin, how's it going? Yeah, I'm gonna be low energy today. I very much have not gotten enough sleep. My sleep schedule is perfectly fine. I definitely got sleep prior to recording and releasing a video at 6 a.m. I did not immediately fall asleep afterwards for 3 hours. That never happened. Kyle, other Kyle, Muds, SLB, Servitas, how's it going? Sleep is for the weak, indeed. Someone send him some keys. This man's gambling levels are dangerously low. Terrible. Ronald, how's it going? Do I think there's a chance they'll add promo ships to the Lobby store? I mean, they've done that before. I finally unboxed this Hall Effect keyboard, and I gotta like play with the settings because like if I even like just a sliver bump like the D key, it'll just stop me from running. It's actually a little bit annoying. Zen sale all platforms on Tuesday. Yeah, I mean they've had the promo ships in the Lobby store before, but it's been a couple years. Spud, how's it gone? But there's a Hall Effect keyboard. Oh yeah. There's a company called Wooting that makes a really popular one. Let me pull it up here. It's expensive though for the Wootings. Like, but you're talking like $200. And they got a second gen of their 60. Yeah. Yeah, basically. I grabbed a Hex 80. Let me try to pull this up here. So I went for the anodized gray. I just like the color scheme of this. I mean, they have some interesting color options available for this. The spark is sort of cool, as is the sand gold. Did I throw away the box? The outer shipping box got thrown away because it was a custom one for the keyboard, but I mean the keyboard box I obviously kept. It's there are some boxes Warpcore where you buy the product and you don't want to get rid of the box. Like if I buy a computer case, I'm keeping the computer case box. Because if I ever have to ship it, that box is like the only way it's going to happen. Scuba, thank you for the Prime sub. Greatly appreciate it. How's Moopsy going to roll? I'm too tired, so my filter's not great, but from what I understand, it's going to do a ton of damage. Like we've known about this for ages, right? So I think there's been some concerns that we might have to ban it from the parser. Hype train incoming. Oh boy. Yeah, but we'll have to see because, like, from what I understand, it basically just like will insta kill whatever it attacks. So we'll have to see how it goes. I don't even remember like when. Like I don't comment on the rumblings, but I'm trying to remember how long people have known about this coming to the game. I want to say the first time I heard about Moopsy coming to Stowe was like a year ago. What legendary ship am I looking forward to on Tuesday? Oh, um, the Delon. The Delon is gonna be the best ship out of that bundle for like actually flying. I need to pop up the sort of a filterable ship list. Yeah, I've got a really bad filter right now because I am tired. Yeah, it's been known for ages. I mean, it was also like not hard to guess. Like they very clearly said that, hey, we want to get this in the game like right after it was on. So let's see. Did I miss any comments over on Moopsy's gonna moop? Yeah, Ethan, how's it going? Scuba. Uh any update on the legendary ships apart from the stream the other day? You're welcome, Sab. No updates. They said that they've heard some of the feedback about us not being happy about the ships, but I haven't seen anything further so far. Mac, how's it going? Yeah, I cut this out of the video, and I probably shouldn't. That video, the stats breakdown, that actually had a but that was one of my first Stowe videos in a while where it lost me subscribers. Like there were people very upset that I was negative about the bundle. I want to go see, has that changed? Have I regained subs on that one? You know, it happens. You know, you're not always going to make people happy. Okay, so it's turned around. Now it's +2. Initially, there it was -1. $32 too. That's not bad. Sora, how's it going? Cooper. But what I cut out of the video initially was basically me saying that if I wasn't a content creator, if I was just like a normal veteran Stowe player like most of you that already has most of these bundles, I wouldn't notice if I didn't buy this bundle. Spud, thank you for the sub. Greatly appreciate it. I don't know why I'm not getting any sounds for that. Yeah, NeoJet, indeed. And the thing is too, like the legendary Negvar, like you can technically do a tank or torp platform on that, but it's not going to be as good as other ships. So, like if I pull up the Styx is basically the same as the Negvar, just the intel and command flipped around, and the Styx is much more versatile for if you want to do torps, tanking, or energy weapons. Like the Styx is just a better ship. S-Trek, how's it going? The next bundle I do intend to buy is the First Strike for the Akira. Yeah, that's a good one. No word. And remember, console's getting the new season on Tuesday. Another disconnect. Oof. But yeah, the Styx is just a better ship all around than the Negvar. Mr. Elf, thank you for the T1 sub. Yeah, Thriller. Yeah. Very nice. But the reason that the Negvar is not going to be as great for tanking or for torping is because for either of those, the commander command is going to be more beneficial. But let's look at torpedoes. What does the intel bring for torpedoes other than Uncon? Basically nothing. Yeah, it's fine. Everything that was on this sheet is now known, so it's fine. I had that note there because it had the legendary stuff. Cooper, thank you for the membership. Greatly appreciate it. Transport Warhead, that's a meme. That is just an absolute meme. Nobody serious is going out and using that. There's also the kinetic magnet or whatever to like pull the mines towards stuff, right? So I mean that technically exists also. Dark Eddie. How was the audio for you guys in that last video? I'm trying to use my Rodecaster Duo. I've got a setup change. You'll see some of it in an upcoming video. There's more work I need to do. I need to get my computer case off the desk is probably the next step. But that has some presets in it that I was trying out, like the broadcast one. Is the Negvar the best KDF ship, or do we have better options? That's a good question. Let me pull this back up here. So what do I have the sheet set to? Temp Merc Worker. Let's get that cleared out. I feel like the Vorcha is like probably one of the best Klingon ships right now. But let's double check that. So clear, Klingon. And if the ship doesn't have a full specialization seat, I don't want to see it on the list here. Now let's sort this by release date. Yeah, I mean KDF are starved for ships, right? Starved for good ships, especially. I mean, I'm looking at this here. There's not too many with a good dual spec combo. I mean, obviously the D7's fine. The D7 Merc Worker Flight Tech Carrier, it's not great, but you know that's just like the Disco Connie. The Burrell, we all know that that's a bit of a meme, and it's sort of a joke with how much it sucks. The Vorcha is legitimately solid. It's not the best, but it works. The 7 Intel Battlecruiser, I just never got into that. I know that there's a lot of people that really like that ship, but I am not one of those people. The Borderskew is really good. Like the legendary Borderskew, that's really good. And between that and the Negvar, like for the bridge officer layout, I'd rather fly the Borderskew. But the issue is the Negvar's got that hangar bay, whereas the Borderskew doesn't. But I don't know. I feel like between the two, let me just verify. Yeah, there's no hangar bay, so I mean between the two, like just for flying for most of the builds, the way that I play, I'd rather just do the Borderskew. You want something special about Battlecruiser? Yeah. Yeah, the Borderskew's good. Maybe a little more sharper audio? Okay. At what point did the Nebula get a second pair of nacelles above the weapons science pod? It was just a kit bash that was shown in the Battle Wolf 359. Remember, there was a bunch of like kit bashed ships put together for that, so they came up with a lot of interesting random things. But yeah, I mean, the Klingon side just gets screwed over quite a bit with ships, so the issue is too is if they had flipped the command and intel around. Robert, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciate it. Had they flipped the intel and command around on the Negvar, you know, it would have been very similar to the Borderskew, but it would have also been like a direct copy of the sticks. And like between copying a ship, between copying the sticks or the legendary Galax, like I'd much rather have a sticks copy that's a 5-3 setup. Oh, Sora. You sent me something in game? Oh boy. I appreciate it. Okay, let me, I just tried to hit numpad 9 and forgot that I'm currently using an 80% keyboard that doesn't have a numpad over at the right side. Terrible. Okay, what character is it? Epic, creator code, CasualSAB. Okay. Sora, I appreciate it. Let's get some gambling in here. We're gonna do infinity. If I can get the mouse over. Okay, the game wanted me to have 3 personal ground traits. Okay. A lot of traits there. Oh, and while I'm on well, I can't talk. While I'm on ESD, can I even get into instance 1? Oh yeah. I'm sorry, Sora. The past couple of weeks have just been a blur. I want to get to instance 1. Yeah, Suppression Barrage 3 verse 1 is a noticeable difference for sure. Sometimes it can take a few attempts to try and get into an instance. How dare it be full? Oh boy. Like, it's just ridiculous. Like, as you walk anywhere on this instance, more of them appear. Yeah, I don't even want to know. I guess I was wrong about, it just not despawning by default. I guess people are doing something else. I don't want to know what that is. Don't put it in chat, please. We don't need more people doing this, but it'll be fixed soon. Second floor. Oh no. Oh no. None of them over here? Terrible. Yeah. People deliberately trying to break the servers. All they would do is like crash the instance. I have accidentally crashed some parts of the server before on accident. For instance, we were doing a big batch of invites for the DPS channels once, and like I sent out 2,000 channel invites in one go, and it took out the chat server for a couple hours. I was like, oh, okay, never do that large of a batch again. So I scaled that back down quite substantially. How do I feel about an NPC uniform update? I mean, I'd be fine with that. I opened my bot farms gold selling inventory. Could you imagine? Could you imagine how many hard drives I could afford if I was a gold seller? That's tempting. Start posting echelons on eBay. That's a joke, to be clear. Someone's gonna take that seriously. Okay, let's go back to the ships here. Okay, so for the Negvar, I've talked about a little bit like why I don't think that's going to be good for tanking or torps, but just to expand on that. So let's say you're doing a torp build. The intel doesn't really do anything for you other than uncon, and then you're stuck with the engineering seat, which is also not really that great for torps. It's not like you need emergence power to weapons on a torp build. You don't need any weapon power on those builds. So like the engineering intel, like, I mean, there's stuff there, but it's not the highest value. Having a commander command is a much higher value. And the other issue is for both tanking and torping, if you want to utilize command, which is really good for those playstyles, the only slot that you have access to put a good command ability in is the third slot on the Lieutenant Commander Universal. But as soon as you do a Concentrate Firepower 3, Suppression Barrage 1, you then lose the ability to do a Gravwell, which is also super, super important. So the layout of the Legendary Negvar, it just isn't that good once you start to really dive into what you can possibly do on it. Like it just starts to fall apart for those other playstyles. For energy weapons, you'll be perfectly fine on this because you can just ignore the command. But for builds that want to utilize the command, this layout just isn't good. Already sent the clip to Bort. Terrible. Could afford new server hard drives over eBay. Yeah. Greg. Well, I'm selling ship models, like physical ships, to cover the hard drive cost. I showed some of those in the video. Do I have the camera up? Oh, wrong one. Set up desk 2. Okay. I gotta turn the light on. Hold on. Let's get the Amaron light is actually really handy. As soon as it connects. It's so bright. So bright. But yeah, I ordered a couple of hard drives like I showed in the video. You know, a bunch of these 3 terabytes. I also got 2 8 terabytes. I picked these up. I think they were $60 a piece, and like good seller, so those should be good. Those are to expand one of my my arrays. And then the big storage upgrade is I picked up 4 more 14 terabyte drives. Now I got these all at a really good price. These 2 especially right here, these Western Digital. I got these from a really good seller because they have cosmetic damage to the stickers on them. They sold them at a pretty good discount, but like they tested, made sure they're working, and it was not like just some random seller. It was like Plush Drives, I think it was. So that there's someone reliable that I've ordered from on numerous occasions. Okay, let's go back to the correct stream setup. What do I need all that storage for? I've got a lot of games and media to store. The 3 terabyte drives are going into, like I said in the video, they're going to be a dedicated. Yeah, I know that there's issues like combining like SMR generally you want to avoid. I know, intriguing. No, I'm setting up a media server for the family because I need to be able to do what I want to do with like a storage server and just playing around with the server without disrupting their Plex. So those 16 3 terabyte drives, yes, they're gonna use a little bit of power. I'm in Iowa. Power is really cheap here. They're gonna use a little bit of power, but they were cheap, and that's gonna be plenty enough for storing the majority of like movies and TV shows that I have. Lots and lots of homework to back up. Oh boy. Making Stow too. Dark Eddy, I hadn't even thought of that. The server setup, like so far, it's gonna be like a Noctua color scheme. I just really like how the Rapid Pet G, the beige color looks. I really like it. Let me pull it up here. Elegoo. Okay, so Elegoo, filaments. I just really like the Rapid Pet G that they have. Especially this beige color. It just turned out really well. At least until the data centers open there. We have a ton of data centers open around here. Like within miles of me is multiple, like Microsoft. We got Microsoft, Google, Meta. Like we have a ton of data centers here, but we have a lot of like wind energy and stuff that has kept the cost down. Like I think I was looking at it recently. I want to say one of our recent electric bills still, I think it was like 8 cents per kilowatt hour. So like I'm not concerned about a deployment of 16 hard drives. Spencer has many NFTs to hoard like the fine art they are. Terrible. What is the raid plan for those discs? So I'm probably going to just keep it really simple. I don't need them to be really high speed. So there will probably be, I'll probably just split them up into 2 pools of the 8 drives. And then rather than do like multiple VDEVs, I'll probably just do just one VDEV in like a RAID Z2 or Z3 config. So that'll be 2 to 3 drives of parity per 8 disk. I think that would be fine. I mean, realistically, with what's going on there, I don't need to worry about redundancy as much, because it's just storing like TV shows and movies for the family. So that's the plan right now. I'll probably just have like one pool where it is the just the movies, the other, TV shows. That's the plan. And I think if I do RAID Z2, that's total of 4 drives lost. So that's still around, like 30, 36, around 36 terabytes of usable space. And if I do RAID Z3, that'd be with the 2 different pools, that'd be like 30 terabytes. 15 terabytes for movies and TV shows each. That's fine. Yeah, I'm rambling. Okay. I'll probably just have both on SLB. Like I know people run like both Jellyfin and Plex at the same time, right? And I've got a Plex like lifetime pass, so I may as well keep running that. Okay, so the Negvar, as soon as you actually want to use the command seat, it falls apart. The Nebula, like if you ignore the Merrick worker, you can still do something decent with that. But again, the Terran Monitor is a thing. Yes, the Terran Monitor has a Forced Ensign Engineer, but it's also got a Forced Lieutenant Commander TAC. But still, between those two, I still firmly believe the Monitor is the more capable ship. For the Delon, again, I think that's going to be the best ship of the bundle, like performance-wise right now. Should clarify, I mean, everything can do a million. I've done a million with the like the Kabali Sams are. Like, it's just doing a million's no longer like a no, to me it's no longer like a big selling point because everything can do it. Wonder what the release date is for console. Yeah, the monitor has hangar bays, which is so important. Waldo, how's it going? So yeah, the Delon with the pilot intel, like, again, I would rather have had a different specialization combo just to be different, but this is going to be one of the better pilot intel ships, and yeah, at least you don't have to worry about the engineering space there because you can just run intel. But the Delon has been hit with the ugly tree. How dare you? Nah, it's definitely a visual that you're either gonna love or hate. I really want to see what it looks like with different colors on it, though. Yeah, it's either something you're gonna instantly, love or you're gonna hate. Okay, where's the Delon? Do I not have one out right now? I probably took it off. Okay. Oh. Billy, how's it going? Let me pull up Oscar. Just out of curiosity, I had to do an ISC the other day for just getting my endeavors done, and I decided to slap the experimental weapon and the console from the Delon onto my mirror angle. It was not a great run, and part of that is simply because of just how weak these items were. But the experimental railgun was doing around 37 to 40k. Yeah, the Delon will have the Hathos skin, which I think is fine. I'm gonna have to open that up in CLA. Hold on, I need to do grouping. Okay. No. Let's do. How large is this combat log? 1.9 gig, or yeah, almost 1.9 gigs. Okay. Bridger, how's it going? Yeah, I started my stream up a little bit late today. I totally did not sleep past my alarm and not get up at noon. That didn't happen. Definitely not. Okay, it's taken a moment for this to load. Okay, I need to do. Where is it here? What is the name of the ability? Oh, did it already group it? Nice. It already did it. It already did it for me. Okay, so the Railgun Barrage console did 51k. I mean, that's not the worst ever, but it's also like not good enough that I'd use this on a regular basis. Yes, the console's meh, and then the experimental weapon's just garbage. Like the hexacannons, for example, would be doing, 4-5 times what the experimental railgun did. So that's just a really disappointing performance for an experimental weapon. Single, how's it going? Yeah. I don't know. Like, I said this before, and I'll say it again, but the way that I feel about this bundle is that if I was not a content creator and I was, a veteran player that already had most of the prior bundles, Like, I just wouldn't notice an impact from getting this bundle or skipping it. Like, it's a bundle that exists, but it doesn't change anything right now. Yeah, Dan. Indeed. Sora was wondering, with him building the server, would he stream today? I didn't really do much after that video. I took a couple of the hard drives out of the caddies, but I fell asleep. The bundle extras will be the deciding factor for you. Yeah. No, I actually was polishing up a video. I have a product review that I have to publish on Monday. I also have one that'll be going out next Saturday. So let me turn this light back on so I can show what it is I'm playing around with. Okay, set up to desk. Hold on. So I got a mouse in that I've been taking a look at, and I'll be talking about this Monday. This is the VT7 Max Gen 2 from Rapu. And it's like a $60 mouse, but it's been quite solid for me. I'm currently using it at 8K polling, just to get an idea on the how long the battery is going to last with that. I don't normally use 8K polling, but it's been working out pretty well for me. The mouse, it feels good. $60. Like, it's honestly impressive how good the more affordable mice have gotten. How am I doing this weekend? Pretty good. I was showing a server off, or a project I'm working on. I was showing off in my video that I released this morning. Any guesses on the bundle fluff? No idea. That will be a determining factor for a lot of people. Regardless, I'm going to get the bundle. I've already got the Zen set aside for it. I'm going to, create content to cover it. But yeah, it's so far looking to be rather disappointing. But that could change entirely next week. You're a dedicated trackball fan. Oof. What I feel like I need to do a video on this, but I feel like basically the science spearheads and the other science subclasses that don't have a hangar bay are basically dead. Like, they've basically killed off the point of going for a science spearhead, with things like the Arc Royal, the Nebula being a thing. These are the stats for the upcoming legendary bundle ships. What I like about this mouse warp core is they even include like extra mouse feet and like some grip tape right in the box for it. I was really surprised. Any chance they will change the ships? Probably not. I mean, they've heard about the feedback, but like if they price this like stupidly high, they're gonna get some blowback. Yeah, they've literally released the perfect science ship basically right in the Zen store with the Arc Rail, and it basically rendered most other science ships in the game basically obsolete. Like the Arc Royal, let me pull that up here. If I can type. Like, the Arc Royal is just really good. I mean, sure, there's going to be some people that have different preferences for science ships, but like the Arc Royal, the Terran Monitor, those are insanely good right now. I think if you're doing a coordinated run, the Vern still has value, but like the Arc Royal, especially for solo play, is just crazy. What do I think the whole shield mobility stats will be? I don't know. Let me get an idea quick. So what was the... Hold on here. Okay, let's do this. I want to see, what is the legendary Galaxy Dreadnought? Oh, I messed that up. So the legendary Galaxy Dreadnought has a hull modifier of 1.5, shield mod of 1.1. I expect the Negvar to have comparable numbers. I expect though that the Negvar will have better mobility stats than the Galaxy Dread. That's my expectation. Yeah, I can make a strong prediction that the mobility on the Negvar will be better than the Galax. That's a CasualSAB prediction for you right there. Okay. For the Nebula, what am we thinking here? What does the monitor have? So 1.275 shield mod, 1.4. This will probably, being a science period, it'll probably have slightly weaker hull and shield mod stats. But for the mobility, it'll move better than the monitor for sure. And for the Delon, I guess we have the prior version, the Hathos, to look at. I mean, that's a pilot ship. That's going to move super fast. The hull and shield mod probably won't be that amazing, though. Is Hellborse in the dustbin or still decent? It's okay. It's a shield drain. It's really more of an elite trait right now. It'll help you deal with enemy shields. That's what it does. Okay. I don't remember what the name of the fleet version of the T6 Delon is, but yeah. Secondary hull only Galax is super nimble for its firepower. Going to be hard to give worse mobility stats. That's true. EPG is another thing in Star Trek lore. Yeah, science is in a weird place. As is healing. Okay, I need to get my endeavors done, and actually can do the universal really easy. Fleet Delon for the T6. Is it just that? Okay. Please don't give me cutscene. Just gonna take a casual stroll over there. Ken, how's it going? Well, it was always really like an elite thing. Like right off the bat, it was always like a trait really designed for elite because of how it scales with the enemy's hit points. And like I think it's still, you know, reasonable for going into elite and just dealing with their shields a little bit better. But yeah, I mean, I called out that the whole portion of that, the whole damage, needs to be bumped up. It is so easy to hit these other buttons with this keyboard. Like I barely tap them and it goes to the other key. Let me do keyboard or keybind stream. Like if I like barely put any pressure on like the S key or any of the others, like it goes off. Gotta tag the EPOs. Any info on the Epic giveaway? I completely forgot about it, and I'm gonna guess that they did too. Nope, that's just a rock. Okay. So the okay. No, I did not get that one. Yeah, I haven't seen any updates on the Discord. Yeah, they've done multiple like giveaways. They basically for those interacting in the chat, it's a random draw. They announce the winners right in the chat. Rune, that sounds very interesting. You got 500 Lobby? Oh, Darthon, you wanted an invite, didn't you, to TBC Fed? Am I going to try Nyx when the Star Citizen update drops? I have no idea, like, what that even is. My gaming time recently has not been super amazing. I've just been busy. You know, I've talked about this before, but you know, I'm raising a 4 and 1 year old as of this year. Like my sister is no longer in the picture. After she robbed us, she just she bailed out of the state. Just been busy. New star system next to Pyro. I know Nick was really big into Star Citizen there for a while, and I think he even started to get a little bit burnt out. I need puller-on damage. Let's slot some of the worst weapons in the game and get that puller-on damage done. Protonic puller-on, for reference, are like absolute garbage. Nice, Starthon. I'm just looking to get that damage, and now I can run away. Yeah, she basically told someone to come in and clear the garage out, everything but the corner that had her stuff in it. No, Polaron's fine. It's just the protonic Polaron specifically that suck. But yeah, Warp Court was she tried to, you know, get someone to she collaborated with someone to try and steal everything out of our garage. And then she did a bunch of chargebacks on money that she had sent to my mom. Like she's no longer in Iowa. She's, as far as I'm aware, over in like Michigan now. Yeah. But she, you know, her kids are here and we've been taking care of them. That's, you know, part of, you know, why it's been a bit harder for me to get content done is, um, you know, just taking care of kids and trying to get recordings in when there's not very audible like crying or whining in the background. The the one is the one that is 1 year old is currently nonverbal. So we're like going through getting disability and stuff set up for him. Um, like the insurance company reached out to help us with that, which is weird. Um, then for the 4 year old, we're pretty sure um, the way she acts that she might be like autistic. So it's been a little bit difficult. Yeah, it's why I was up until, you know, like 6 a.m. this morning. Okay, I need to get 6 destructible torpedoes. So that is just done in crystalline. You know what? We got a bunch of people here. Let's do public queue crystalline catastrophe advanced. Let's get that rolling. We got enough people for that. Yeah, thank you, Naval. Like when it comes to the like the stow stuff, you know, my priority is, you know, still trying to get content out. Like I know that there's big projects I still gotta get done. Like I'm aware like Crate is months behind. I even have like a product review that is months behind. Like I was sent something in June and then it like just all fell apart timing wise. Everything just went super chaotic. The company's been understanding and I'll feature the product in a couple of videos when I get around to some of the upcoming projects. But yeah, it's been rough. Oops, tagged wrong. EPO in the chat reply. What does my secondary account think of the winter ship? I legitimately don't know a damn thing about the winter ship. We'll probably have some tidbits of information start to drop out. Probably Tuesday would be my guess, just based on like historic trends of when this stuff starts to drip out. But you know, we're still weeks out from that. The only other game that I've played is like in the past couple of weeks has been Battlefield 6. I know I had some people asking me to play that new Star Trek Voyager game, and I may get around to it at some point. I just have just had a lot on the plate. Armor pen, hell yeah! There we go. I need to get my rant video done too about like the Endeavor system. Like if I was someone coming into the game that wanted to get into like DPS chasing or, you know, PvP, which I mean, the PvP is really dead now, but you know, if I was someone wanting to get into any of the endgame stuff, like this Endeavor system would just be like, nah, I'm gonna do something else. I am not playing Warships right now. I I logged in for the anniversary. I'll probably log back in for like the Christmas stuff, but I'm not putting any more money into that game. I'm very hesitant to put money into uh, these online live service titles anymore. I mean, I'm still doing it for Stow, obviously, because you know, as a content creator, whatever I put into this game, I'm going to be able to get back out of it. Like when I talk about the Legendary Bundle, and when I do videos about it, even if it's not good, I'll fully be able to cover the cost, you know, based on the ad revenue from the videos, support from all of you, you know, stuff like that. Like it'll be fine. But like, I don't want to put as much money into live service stuff anymore where I don't permanently own it. I mean, I know I say that as I talk about playing Battlefield 6, but I actually got Battlefield 6 with my GPO. Star Trek Resurgence. Yeah. No, the PvP scene just continues to kill itself. Basically, you guys remember like Data Saturk? He was trying to get a bunch of activity going for PvP. Yeah, not everyone agreed with him, whatever, but he was trying to get people engaged, and like the PvP community, like some of the veteran members of that community who don't have the best social skills, you know, just eventually wore him down and put an end to that. So someone that was trying to get new people in, you know, it just basically just ended up giving up because just the rest are too many, not the rest, but there's too many in that scene that are still just a bit toxic. You'll own nothing and not pay for it. Yeah. Yeah, the Endeavor system needs major changes. Like there needs to be like Endeavor events. There needs to be a way to like buy out perk points. To be honest, like it'd be such a good deal sync if they put in. You know, you can buy X amount of Endeavor points for dill. Even if they limited it and had it through like the Phoenix system or something, like that'd be an enormous deal sync. Yeah, never. Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. I forgot about this in the news video. Rip. Um Battlestar Galactica Deadlock is going to be delisted from all game services in a couple of days. So if you buy it while it's still available, you know you'll get to keep it. But because of licensing issues, you're not going to be able to purchase it after November 15th. So if that is a game you're interested in, I think you can get like the full game for a fairly reasonable price on like Fanatical or places like that. Yeah, so okay, I'm having some 8K pulling issues. That's interesting. I'm gonna have to note that. Get to the choppa. Thank you for the sub. Yeah. Why is this not telling me my battery percent? Well, that's gonna have to go in the video. Let me see my battery. Hiding the battery value from me? How dare you? Okay, performance. I wanted to take this down to 1K pulling rate. Their app is cool, but I don't like that the battery is... Okay, 86%, damn. Still, that's like a day of using it at 8K, and it only took it down 14%. That's crazy. Yeah, it didn't show up there initially, but it's there now. 86%. Dude, the battery in this thing is nuts. Like, I'm going to be praising this thing in a couple days for its battery. I don't think I'd do the 8K pulling, and I'll say that in the video. I think 8K pulling is a bit of a joke, but just leave the mouse at 1K pulling, and this thing, like, it's a beast. Like, I ran this thing for like a week, and the battery, like, didn't need to be charged. I ran it for a day at 8K, and it took 14% off. Ryo-Ken, Dan, thank you for the gifted sub to Ryo. I appreciate that. Oh, that was 2 back-to-back gifted. I'm sorry. I didn't see it in the interface. This is the VT7 Max Gen 2. I'll have a video out Monday with like a discount code and stuff for it too. Got the new badge, nice. But it's like $60, and I think with the discount code it'd probably be closer to 50. Like it's solid. Like I'm impressed with it. I don't like the 8K, but the 1K pulling's all you need. To me, 4K pulling, 8K pulling, that's all just like a marketing. We can go this fast. What happened to Crystalline Catastrophe? It's not going. Public queue for Crystalline Catastrophe for anyone that wants to join. On advanced. Wait, did it? No, it's there. I was still in the queue. There we go. It's a commissioned video, Warp Core. It has to be out Monday. And then on Saturday, there's going to be a monitor arm review. I was sent a really nice vertical monitor mount. They have like dual side-by-side as well. Let me pull this one up because like it's fancy. Yeah, so I got the vertical one that they have here. Yeah, like pattern 3, I think it is. Like it's awesome. Like I've been using these Ergotron Amazon branded monitor arms for a while, but this is like I was surprised at like the build quality and just the feel of this. So that'll be a video for Saturday. And again, that was sent to me by the company in exchange for doing the video on it. Same for the mouse. Hey, Casual, do me a favor, raid my channel. I'm concerned with that. Oh, yeah, there's a key flash sale. Yeah. Dildo, I believe that can only be done during the 2-week-long Red Alert events. SLB, thanks for stopping by. Might get 40 keys to open very slow. Terrible. Is STO really loud for you guys right now? You can't hear it at all? What? That was probably the issue. Can't hear anything?
Ship is under attack.
You hear that? Yeah, it's because I changed audio interface. Yeah, okay. I normally use a roll-in bridgecast for my audio interface, but I decided to pull out my Rodecaster Duo and try to actually use it for the normal setup. I got it dirt cheap. It was like a defective unit someone had. Like that, the Rodecaster Duo is like $500 normally, but this guy sold it for like I think it was like 180. It works though. The video I did last night, that was recorded with the Rodecaster. A bit on the loud side, not too loud. Look at this conflicting comments right there. Okay. Let's see. What do I want to pull out? Yeah, thank you for the info. The zombie apocalypse hasn't hit Xbox yet? Oh no. What do I think of the Glorious Model O V2 mouse? I mean, Glorious is fine. I feel like their stuff was just too expensive. Like, how much are they trying to sell it for? Intriguing. Does it start with a 1? I don't have a build together on the Oberth. It has hit Xbox. 90 CAD? Oh. Model 02. I wouldn't buy that. Like I've used some of the Glorious stuff before, but they just feel a little bit overpriced, to be honest, compared to what else is in the market. Like those prices are horrible. Wired V2, 90 CAD. Dude, you could do better. You could totally do better. Yeah. Like I would not spend 90 CAD on that. $60? Nah. The mouse that I'm using right now, the Rappo VT7 Max Gen 2, like that's a much better value proposition for $60. And you might be able to get a little bit cheaper being up in Canada. I don't believe so, Vice. I don't recall, at least. There's a person at my door. Amazon, okay. You know, I've never done a Shattered Piece Elite. Let's give that a go. I never bothered to give that a go on Elite difficulty after they put the Elite out. Have any of you run it on Elite? Also, I've heard that Corfez is bugged again. Easy to fail in random? Okay. Yeah, basically what I've been told is the bugged Teray phase is back.
This is 7 of 9 reporting from Alliance HQ on the ground. Kittimer 2 is under attack.
We got this. I have faith. Yeah, I nuke the sound a bit more.
Warning, ship is under attack.
This is Captain Hoogan of the civilian ship USS Bailey, requesting immediate assistance.
Oh no, that didn't go through in time.
After Hobus, protecting our civilians became a priority. Thank you for helping us.
Thanks for the timely assistance. This would have been a dark day without you.
Good. So you assisted all the Alliance.
That is really loud. I turned the sound down for you guys, but I gotta turn it down for myself.
The affected ships before they warp out. Orb weavers are ready to contain the affected ships. Orb weavers are in position. Setting up a new orb. Quarantine imminent. Initiating orb quarantine. Orb weavers are beginning quarantine protocols. Ready to quarantine affected vessel.
Unfortunately, the forces arrayed against Kittimer are too much for your task force to handle right now.
We need to increase
All right,
our
fall
efforts.
back. Reinforcements and damage control teams are on their way.
So basically, you just gotta have mega deeps in there, or you fail. Because you gotta, like, if you don't take any of the, or if any one of the ships is not taken out in time, it just fails. Interesting. Yeah, that's going to fail a lot in randoms. Yeah. Like, I didn't feel under pressure. It's more of a time-based challenge. Feels like all recent elites are anti-random. Yeah. The thing is it's designed to try and encourage team play, but I had this conversation with someone the other day. They straight up told me in response, Spencer, talking to you is depressing. But I was talking to someone about they're a returning player, and they're like really wanting to try and encourage in-game activity and in-game chat again. And it's just like, man, everyone treats this game like a single player game nowadays. Like there isn't really much social stuff going on compared to the old days, and there just isn't a need to. Like when you get up to like an established build at endgame, like you can pretty much just solo the majority of content, right? Like it's just the way the game has went for the past decade has like just continued pushing it more towards being a single player experience rather than a team experience. And I just straight up this guy, I'm like, if you are like super dedicated to like super focused on just trying to have like a social experience, you're going to be back out of this game in a couple months and, you know, looking for something a bit more active. Like Stowe has a lot of people in it. You know, I look at my fleet right now. How many people are on? Yeah, I've got 6 people on. The last time I saw someone talking in chat was ages ago. Like, people just don't talk in game anymore. Whatever communication there is almost entirely on Discord. Yeah, and that's another thing too, is like you look at the really high-end performance, and we don't want to do team stuff anymore. You know, all those record DPS runs, which some people think that's all I do. That is not the case. And in fact, the last time we sat down like an RNG and did like a serious set of record attempts was February. Like those runs don't really happen. Most of the groups doing them have basically quit the game at this point. And it's because the server just can't handle 5 players at that level going in and doing things at the same time. You were playing a game where, you know, in a way, when you get up to that performance tier, you're sort of penalized for actually playing in a team environment. Yeah, it's not an MMO, it's a Star Trek theme park. Yeah. Yeah. Everything has shifted so much over towards like a single player focus. So them introducing TFOs that have like more of a team play focus, it doesn't surprise me if they're not as popular. I would love to see the metrics. Like I can imagine the Borg stuff is just far above everything else. I'd love to see more social engagement in the game again as well. You know, don't get me wrong. Like that would be cool. But there needs to be some changes in the game to make that a reality. It's kind of what happens when an MMO ages, yeah. Like there's still a ton of people playing this game, a boatload of people, but everyone's off doing their own thing. Like I think I said this a year ago, and I know I made someone mad when I said it, but there was a guy coming in saying, "Hey, I'm really wanting to find a social fleet. You know, can you point me in any direction?" You know, and I gave I gave them a few pointers, but I'm like, you know, just being real with you here. Most of these fleets that, you know, are active right now, in a couple months, they're not going to be active like socially. So if that's what you're hoping to get out of this game is like just a really deep social experience, like that's not really what this is nowadays. Yeah. Like fleets are just a store. Like, you know, there's not really been any stuff to work together towards with the fleet for a while now. I need to get an invite out here. Darthon. Rudy, I appreciate it. Oh man, I'm gonna have to kick some people out. Priority 1 is active. Yeah, priority 1. I think I pointed them towards, I think priority 1, and I also mentioned Bridger's fleet. I'm blanking on the name right now. I need to kick people out from the fleet. Gotta clear space. Hold on. I'm gonna turn off display capture for just a moment. Okay, why is Stoke stuck right there? That's interesting. Just bear with me. I just want to open up Excel, and I want to make sure I don't open up like a thing showing codes. So just bear with me for a moment. Supreme leader in action. Oh no. Okay, I opened the right thing. Let's go back to display capture. Super bright Excel. So you can export the fleet roster on PC, and that can be really handy for like if you need to kick a bunch of people out. Okay, I don't care about contribution or rank change. When's the last active date? That's what I care about. Okay, format is table. My table has headers. Sort Z to A. And let's take the highest fleet ranks out of here. Okay. And let's do Space Invader for now, too. There shouldn't be anyone in here that hasn't logged on this year. Okay, that went down way too far. Oh yeah, I see some starting with like a 5 and 6. Okay. So what do I need to do here? Last active, text filters. Begins with, or does not begin. $11. $10. Can I do any more than that? Okay. If I export my fleet roster, it would just show you a list of alts. Oof. Okay, so equals concatenate. I can't type on this keyboard. I'm using a new keyboard, so like it's a slightly different format from my previous keyboard. Oh, I already messed up. I need to start with the guild kick here. Character name at handle. And okay, so how far back do I want to go here? If you haven't been on in the game since I guess September's probably kind of a bit too recent still. You got a free Trafalgar out of the keys? Damn. Okay, so how many do I have there? Just 39. Okay. I can see people that I know are just, that's alts that they haven't logged into for a couple months. So I'm just going to clear anyone that has not been in TBC during the months of November or October. Like any of their characters are just going to be removed. So I've copied the list, and you guys ready for this? Magical. So that is 89 kicked out of the fleet in one go. We now have, we were at 495 and now we're at 406. Beautiful. Yeah, I could not imagine like doing any of this fleet management stuff over on console. Yep, you can script, kick, promote, invite. The Borg have nothing on that efficiency, yeah. There we go. You guys got to witness a mass kick of inactives from the Breakfast Club, and that's crazy. Like, you know, just to that point of like social activity, like there's not much social chat. Like for those of you in TBC, when is the last time you saw someone say something in a fleet chat? You have to inspect, and if the character model doesn't show up, that means they're inactive. Wow. That's pretty rough. Yeah, the make TBC social again. I saw the writing on the wall for where social activity was going in this game like a decade ago, and yeah. What ship would I recommend for a Gemidar engineer? The Gem Dread. Oh, speaking of Gem Dread, I need to open up Elegoo Slicer. I want to show you guys something. Don't you forget about me. Well, we're limited to a 500 member cap, so either the inactives get purged or new people can't join the fleet. I really like if you... What is your budget for the engineer? That's a big determining factor. They didn't turn on the 20 keyring bundle, yeah. But you know, speaking of, you know, Gemidar ships here. The Gemidar Dreadnought Carrier, if you happen to have that one from like the Muds Carrier bundle, if for yeah, Muds Carrier would be the way to get that. Like that's a really good ship. I've looked at I found some models online, and I'm like looking at potentially printing one out for like, might even do like a video out of it. But like when I look at trying to slice this, definitely have to enable supports, and I would do tree. Like it would take quite a bit. Yeah, there's like Protostar models out there you can download and print. There's basically, like, if you look around on the internet, you can find models for basically everything. That isn't that bad. Like, that would be a nightmare to clean out some of these, like, right there. That would not look the cleanest, but that would be an 11-hour print, and it would use about $2 worth of materials. And like this is 10 inches front to back. Yeah, the Gem Dread Carrier was always a fun ship. If you can get the T6 version from like Mud's carrier bundle, that's really good too. Fan Home is going to be doing an XL Protostar, I think in like January. Whatever happened to making models out of Budweiser cans like nature intended? Terrible. Now I was showing this off on that video earlier, but for the 3D printing, I've done a lot of like server stuff recently. So I found this model for like a 10-inch rack where it supports up to the 8 hard drives, and it uses that board that I had. So, well, Phantom's gonna do it like it's part of their subscription, so it ain't gonna be cheap. But yeah, getting back to the stuff in game, like I saw where things were going with Stowe a long time ago when it came to social activity. So TBC like shifted away towards not being focused on that. And look, we have 15 people on. There's probably been nothing said in fleet chat for the past week, and yeah, like that's just how the game is now. Is you'll have a bunch of people on, but everyone's off doing their own thing. Like, I just did an inactive purge in the fleet, kicking out everyone that hadn't logged on since the beginning of October. And I still have 407 characters in the fleet, yet there's no social activity. That's just modern Stowe. People coming in that like hope for the amount of social activity we had in the early days of the game. It don't work like that anymore. Yeah. Well, there was also back in the day, one of the benefits of having the lifetime sub was you could access the in-game chat outside of the game. So you could use, what was it, XMPP with like a pigeon, and you could literally just chat in-game, like just interact with the in-game chat from your phone, from, you know, your just whatever device. Yeah. Okay. Let's do a Battle of Corfez. I mentioned that before. Let's do one of those. Battle of Corfez Elite Public Queue. Yeah. The good old days. Like, Stowe is still, you know, a great game, but there's people coming back that are nostalgic for like the early days of the game, and that like all that discussion, it's not in the game anymore. You have to go outside. You have to go to Discord. T6 Dreadnought Carrier, yeah, it's where is it here? Yeah, the Gemidar Dreadnought Carrier. It's a lockbox ship. It's in the Mud's Carried Away bundle. That was like if your budget's unlimited, but if you have a more limited, like you don't want to get a lockbox ship style budget, then yeah, there is the T5 from that bundle. But like just looking in game here, the support carrier is fine. The Gemidar Vanguard support carrier, I know quite a few people have done fine with that. You can get the carrier from the starter pack. That's a good point too. Visible lanes that you can't get in or out of. Yeah, when you get to the edge of the map. No, Billy, there isn't. It's popped up in my mind because I've had a few people that are like returning to the game reach out to me about it recently, and
Vodwar ships have invaded.
it came up in a conversation. Yeah, and I mean, streaming the game on Twitch is, yeah, that's a good, easy way to get some communication going. Like, there's more social, I've seen more, you know, chat in this stream here today than I've seen in the entire time I've been in game in the past week. You know, all of the like, this is a great way to have communication, like streaming, you know, just running stuff with people. Yeah, it does very well. I don't even have a parser going today. We're going really casual. How am I still lagging? The parser's off. Yeah.
We've established an automated stop the Vodwar ships from breaking through our defense lines.
Yeah, that's also, I've done that a lot recently, where, yeah, it's just log in for the dailies, and that's it. Do I have Hellbore on right now? Is that what I just saw? Okay, no I don't. Yeah. Rune, definitely, go for the Vanguard starter pack. Like, Eric and others are saying in the chat. That's solid enough. Okay. Gotcha. I can get into that one in time.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Or I will. Okay.
Force S4 uses solar.
Like for Elite, yeah. Like it's still a good way to like strip the shields off enemies. The hull damage needs to be bumped up, but the shield damage, you know, The shield damage, the shield stripping, that can still add quite a bit. Nick is in the house? Oh no. Did I miss Nick saying something? He's probably just laying in his bed, like just watching. Yeah, the Gem Dread Carrier is a lockbox ship. It's also available account-wide via the Muds Carried Away bundle, which you can also get the T6 Recluse and like the Narcine from. Gotcha.
We're pushing the VOD war back, but they're not going to leave without a fight. And if they can't take it, excellent work.
It'll return when there's a Muds bundle sale, but it'll be expensive. It'll be 14,750 Zen. Good job, everyone. We blitzed through that. And I did mention this in the stream the other day. But I will be doing a stream on Tuesday when the new bundle goes live. If the bundle goes live on Tuesday, otherwise the stream will just be reacting to whatever they reveal. I think on any of their major reveal streams, I'll probably just do like a live reaction for those moving forward, because they don't have a YouTube channel set up yet, and their Twitch channel is not set up to save the VODs long term. So some of their early VODs have already started to fall off. I know Triz has recorded them, but yeah, that still sucks. Watts, what's going on? Yeah. I had to apologize to someone about 2 weeks ago. They were messaging me a ton in game, and I just had my chat window closed. Like sometimes, like if I'm working on a video or if I'm just sort of just sitting here like tabbed out, I'll be just standing next to the exchange and I'll have my chat window closed out. Yeah, but they're not using it. Like sometimes I'll be standing like this and I'll literally just have my chat closed out. And then I'll have Stow like open on a second monitor. It is way too easy to accidentally hit buttons with this keyboard. Used to have 3? Jeez. I think it's interesting how there are days where like I can have this open and like I've got multiple chat channels up. You know, I'll have the DPS channels, trade channels, and like even NOP public service sometimes. And you can have hours go by where there's nothing. Again, it's all in Discord now. Yeah. One for DOF calls. I forgot about that. I remember people like doing that stuff all the way back in the day. Yeah, bots. I know. Terrible. Why wouldn't I want that, you know? Okay. Blame general chat the bane of every MMO? Yeah. Indeed. Does anyone have any final like questions for today? How long have I been streaming? An hour 46. I got the only reason I'm gonna be cutting things a little bit short today. Not right this second, but we'll do a few more TFOs. But I have to get the rest of this mouse video. Like they want to see a draft of it today, so I need to get them some stuff sent over here in a couple hours. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Let's try Shattered Peace again on Elite. Eric. See, you're on. Oh, did I have combat log on? Oh, yeah, there we go. Beautiful. What is in the 16th anniversary bundle? I don't know. We won't know that stuff until, you know, like mid to late January. Gary, how's it going? Well, I'm going to do a few more TFOs. We're going to try Shattered Peace again, see if we can get one to complete. There's a Galax right there. Dan, you enjoying it? Watts, I just do it in like a space patrol. I spend a lot of dilithium on the reroll tokens because I just want to do damage ones that I can just get done very, very quickly. These keys are super responsive. Like I am barely hitting my A key, and it's moving my ship over. I'm gonna have to see if there's a way to cut off the top level activation. Just having the first coffee, I need a coffee. I need a lot of caffeine. I fell asleep around 8 a.m. Woke up at noon. Well, actually, no. I woke up. I guess I got a little bit more sleep than I thought because I ignored my alarms and woke up at like 12:50 and was like, I'm late for my stream today. I mean, this one sounds pretty good too. it'll probably get blocked out by the background removal, but let's see here. There you go. It looks like that went through. Sounds good, especially for like a Hall effect board. People say that they don't sound very good, but this sounds pretty good. It's a good-looking keyboard. I'll after this TFO, I'll pop the desk camera back on and show you.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
This is Captain Hoogan of the civilian ship USS Bailey, requesting immediate assistance. Thanks for the timely assistance. This would have been a dark day without you.
Good. So you assisted all the evacuation. I'm receiving an
My friend.
I don't even want to look at what my score is right now. Hey, on that topic of like the sleep apnea, I think I mentioned I got on.
Tell you it's no better on the ground.
I don't know if you guys can even hear me right now, but I got on like Zepbound, which is like a Ozempic type thing because of my sleep apnea. I'm down 20 pounds in the past 6 weeks.
This is the Liberator. Initiating rip closing process now.
Try escorting the Liberator for added cover. Doing the same with civilians at HQ.
Thank you. Still a bit to go before I'm at a weight, you know, I'm happy with, but it's nice progress. Hyper, eat a good meal before you take the shot. Like, 2 of the weeks so far on 5 have felt like I had the flu, and it's because you have to eat like a decent meal before you take the shot, is what people say. Like that first week, like I felt like trash for the first like 3 to 4 days. Like it felt like I had the flu. This week, I mean, last week was fine. The second week of 5 was fine, but the third week again, I felt like I had the flu for like 2 or 3 days.
Just the task force I was hoping to hear from. One of Kittimer's new...
Wait, how's it going? Let's see. What are my thoughts in a nutshell about a solid inch tune and a ROM ship? I mean, yeah, you can do that.
Stay focused up there. Don't forget to deactivate those satellites.
Ship is under attack.
My data shows 1 satellite offline. 7 more to go. 1 more satellite is offline. One more satellite is offline. Four satellites down. We're halfway there.
The Kittimer's lance really hurts on Elite. Nice.
One more satellite is offline.
Yeah, we definitely got like an easier set of waves for the middle, it looks like this time.
With these malfunctioning defense satellites, Alliance vessels are turning hostile.
Oh no, this is the one we failed last time. Okay, so we gotta be on the ball for this one. We gotta deeps.
Deactivate the affected ships before they warp out. Orb weavers are ready to contain the affected ships.
Ship is under attack.
Initiating war quarantine. Orb weavers are beginning quarantine protocols.
Stop, that inquiry's gonna fail us, and I can't get there in time. No, we're gonna fail. Oh damn, that was so close. This can go really really quickly against you.
Affected vessel. We are forming a new orb. Setting up a new orb.
Yeah, the elite version of this TFO's out.
Orb weavers are in position.
I was really worried there for a moment.
Ready to quarantine affected vessel.
Imagine you get 8 out of the 9 and then the last one you miss. That would suck. Okay, there we go. You just gotta have deeps.
Sounds like you and Bright Eyes make a pretty... Situation's worse than I expect.
Legendary to Daredex is pretty much the best one out there. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you want to do the legendary DD, it's much more viable now. And 4-4 is like actually really good. Like 4-4 setups
My
are
allies tell
perfectly
me
viable
Kittimer's
right
activating
now.
its weapons. Reports show the Kittimer's engaging targeting protocols. Watch out. I've received a tip. Deplete the Kittimer's shield. Cancel its lance attack.
These guys got a bit of HP to them.
How's it looking up there? Ship logistics and heavy damage has been sustained.
Okay. So it just
My info shows the
insta...
Carrots coordinating attacks on a single target. Protect the designated target.
Will there be a build stream for the
Garrett
Lego
and its
Enterprise?
allies
I don't have
focusing on
$400
a
to
target.
toss towards that. You need, if you want to make 4-4 viable, you need the Corolla, which is Zen Store. So basically, the special thing is we just have to take out the Kittimer's shield, so it can't do the lance against us. That's like the gotcha here.
Rockets interfering with ship sensors. Strike force is untargetable. Defend yourself until sensors are fully operational. Excellent work. My readers tell me this rock has been deactivated. Vince, Mare's been deactivated. Good work. Garrett's been deactivated. There he is. Just 2 active Kittimer strike force vessels left. Time to disarm. Work. Readings show the Kittimer's been deactivated. Readings show the Rex has been deactivated. You did it. All right, the Kittimer strike force has been thwarted. You're still alive. Efficient.
There we go,
That's
we
it.
did
All
it.
ground and space incursions have been dealt with. For now. Kittimer HQ should be able to deal with any remaining stragglers
How many
and
marks
clean
is
up the
that?
mess they left behind. You did some fine work.
206? I mean, That doesn't seem very whelming. Good job, everyone. That's my first successful run of that on Elite. I mean, there's a little bit of a time pressure, like saving the ships that were being hacked, and like the final boss fight. I mean, the Lance being able to just insta nuke the entire team was certainly interesting, but I don't know. Maybe I might just be. I didn't feel too challenged by most of the portions, other than like the running to the point fast enough. It was interesting though. And Gary, also terrible. Trying to do your best to undermine the effectiveness of the medication. I said I'd show the keyboard, so let me shift over here. It would help if I turn a light on. Okay. So this is the keyboard I got. It's got some fancy color options with it. You know, like every other keyboard from the past how many years? All the colors. I know you guys have never seen that on a keyboard before. Okay, what was the setting I had before? I don't know. Leave them off. Yeah, so the thing is with this keyboard is they have like see-through keycaps, which I mean, obviously I can pull off, and I'll be replacing them long-term with something that I find a bit more appealing for me personally. Let me turn another light on here. If the light wants to go on. This little Elgato light that I have, it's such a pain. Like I'm holding down the power button and it just doesn't want to go on. Okay, and then it just flashes. There we go. Jeez. So yeah, this keyboard, Hall Effect. I picked it up recently because I wanted to try a Hall Effect board out. Build quality, if it's good, like this is a nice aluminum chassis. This is the Hex 80 by QWERTY Keys, and like the build quality. I guess I forgot to remove the sticker on the back here. If I can get it without scratching, that'll be interesting. I'm just going to leave that for right now. But like they had a couple different color combinations, and I just like the silver. I thought the silver looked cool. There's this orange accent to it also. But yeah, build quality, it's pretty good. The QWERTY Keys always makes really good stuff, so that's not really surprising. Okay, let me head back to the correct screen now. Yeah, that's generally how I roll. So the keyboard I was using before was a QWERTY Key. Oh, this is dirty. Let me, of course, I don't have a microfiber cloth next to me, but yeah, I was using a QK100 before, which we're just gonna leave off camera because that's a bit nasty. Finally, a keyboard I can beat goats to death with. Wow. Terrible. Okay. Back to the other screen. Yeah, I have a separate numpad I can use though, thankfully. Oh yeah. This thing, I don't know what the exact weight of it is. I'm gonna have to look that up. It's heavy. It is legitimately beefy. Do they have the specs here? Oh, they're going on about their switches and all that. Where's the weight? The specs don't have the weight on it? Terrible. It's definitely several pounds because of the aluminum case. Like, it's a really good build quality. But yeah, I'll swap the keycaps out at some point. Where'd the keyboard go? What is this weird spaceship thingy? I know, terrible. This is the science ship that they put in the Zen store on accident. That's basically rendered most other science ships obsolete. Like, why would you go for a science spearhead when the arc rail's right in the Zen store for $30? I mean, the Terran Monder's also, you know, quite good also. So the science carrier playstyle's like really effective for solo play. If you're doing stuff in a coordinated setting, then sure, the spearheads and all that they still have some value, but most people aren't doing that. I mean, I'm not even doing that stuff really much anymore. Like RNG, we want to do another set of runs at some point for Cheops to try out Hellborn like Hive, but yeah, just those sort of runs just don't happen much in the current state of the game. You know, we're going to wrap it up here. One final TFO. Infected the Conduit Elite. Because we can't have a CasualSAB stream without an ISC. How much did the board cost? 230? With those expensive keyboards, especially like Hall Effect, there's a cost. Like the wounding was 200 and this was like 30, 40 more with the better build quality. I was like, okay, that's easy. Now the other thing is too is sometimes with the fancier keyboards, it can take a while. I ordered this over the summer and I didn't get it until October. So, I mean, you probably won't have to wait as long, but I think I had like, it was definitely like an 8 to 12 week wait time. And yeah, this will be the final run for the stream today. I have to go and record a video or like finish up a video for this mouse, so.
The situation is grim.
I appreciate it, Darthon. Gonna make the arc rail shine. Yeah, if you're doing plasma. Absolutely. Complex is just really good.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Scanning the nanite transformer. Done. Additional data available. The nanite probe can repair the transformers. Stop them!
I mean, look at this. We got 4 people in here. You can see, like, you can hear like a little bit of stutter there.
The probe is closing in on a transport. Destroy it.
Marathon, thank you for the support. Yeah, we're blowing stuff up in seconds with like with fire at will.
Sensors confirm that the transwarp conduit has been destroyed. However, our scans of the starbase are still being
Look,
disrupted.
I'm doing a phaser fire at will setup. Okay. What more do you want? Yeah, Watts, that's pretty much the Stowe version. Darthon, thank you. Dan, you got 421. Ruben, ICU 731. How much casual deeps? All the casual deeps. I think I got a double agony at the start. That damage seems high. Tholian warp crystals, though, damn. Inhibiting secondary deflector doing so much. Darthon. Terrible. Okay, well, that is going to be it for the stream today. I appreciate everyone stopping by. I know I started this a bit late, and that is because my sleep schedule is perfect, and I totally did not sleep past all of my alarms on a Saturday. That definitely did not happen. But yeah, there will be another stream on Tuesday. And, you know, there will be more content out regarding the new bundle. And again, I'm not super thrilled with the bundle right now. Like, if I wasn't a content creator, you know, based off what was shown so far, I probably just wouldn't get it. It's definitely the most underwhelming legendary bundle in a while, but that may change when we see the fluff that they put in there next week. So we'll see how things turn out, but yeah, definitely a bit sad about that bundle. Ponder, I appreciate it. Sounds good, Sora. I'm going to be super busy the next day or so because I have to finish this mouse video up here in the next couple of hours because they did ask to see like a draft of it prior to release. And then I need to get the server stuff like at least tested this weekend. So yeah, thank you all for tuning in. More content incoming and some non-Stowe stuff as well. I'm still doing Stowe, don't worry. But you're going to see as the year progresses that there's a bit of a blend of some of the hardware stuff I like to play around with popping up on the channel also. Okay. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you guys around.